Boy. So definitely the leg first.
Okay. You make your way over. I should have had this written down. You find the exact person that can do the job for you with a reasonable. However, every time
Wait,
you initiate
does he have advantage with that because Snow actually gave him recommendations?
Mm-hmm. So you have even just like a slight bit of a discount. However, you are noticing that every time that you continue to speak, they kind of like grunts at you. Like, ugh.
I mean, if that's the case, I'm just not gonna talk. I'm just gonna let him do his job.
So I'm guessing you're just gonna keep quiet from that point. Just
Yeah, I mean, if he's like obviously like I'm doing like, all right, well, I ain't here to pick a fight. Let him just do his job.
so he continues to do it, and just through the process, you have like a slight bit of pain throughout it. Just the adjustment period and him making sure everything is functional and
The
will
nerves
stay.
and everything.
Yeah, making sure everything continues to work fine. The process is done without you speaking. He will do it at like a wall pace. You still have a decent day ahead of you. It's roughly like 4 in the afternoon at this point. After the process is all done.
All right, then I am gonna pay the man his due. Say thanks for the new leg, and then head out.
Yeah. And as you continue to head out, you're going to look for a like a church.
Church, or possibly just like a practice that does mysticisms. I guess if a church is somewhere I'd think would be a place that someone would be able to actually do that, then I'd probably go to a church of Desna.
One quick second. I got which this would be.
I'm also hearing like every other word from you.
Every other word?
Yeah, like
I've been having that too. It's been like your end has just been very choppy tonight.
I'm not sure if it's just you or if it's the repeating from Kalani's mic. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm only hearing it when Brandon's speaking. I'm not hearing it when anyone else is speaking. Everyone else has been solid connection.
Okay.
I'm gonna reset Firefox and I'm gonna reset Discord. So I'll be back in like 10 seconds.
Okay.
Where are the weapon fusion?
They're usually at the end of the listing of the weapons itself.
Oh, yes. Look right to it. Okay.
All right, test 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Also,
Okay.
Seems good.
I have a set of light armor that I looted from that Solarian that we fought. It's Mark III freebooter. If you want it, it's yours. Just in case I don't know if you're like more Dexy or not.
You talking to me?
Oh no,
Mads.
I was about to say, yeah.
That was what you had.
That's what I currently have, I think.
While you're shopping, I looted off the Solarian super boss that we fought. A set of Mark III freebooter armor.
Super good.
If you want it, let me know. Because I held on to it for you just in case. But it should be in the armor section. If you want to look at that.
Hold on, sorry.
All right.
Test 1, 2. Is it still?
Yeah, seems good.
Like
you're stable
Seems
now.
pretty good.
Okay, cool.
What's it called?
Freebooter Mark III.
Yeah, Freebooter Mark III. Should be level 10 equipment, I think.
We can equip it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the level is more recommendation than requirement. Like, it's like if your party's level whatever, they should
At least
typically
have that.
this level of equipment.
I need Gunner to give me a culture check. Just trying to get a good spot to find a person that would do this for you.
Well, I've got nothing in that, so 16. I'm not a cultural person. I'm a very recluse person. You know this.
I know.
You know what, man? I will take that freebooter armor if that's all right.
I mean, yeah, go ahead and take it to Donor.
It'll save
yeah.
save you a good amount of credits.
Oh,
yeah, I think it's like almost $17,000.
Yeah, it's a good amount of money.
It's like
But,
$16.90 or something,
So,
or
yeah,
16,900. But yeah, I'll erase that from my thing then.
16 culture.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you perfect. Okay. And you can still hear me. It's not chopping like.
No, sounds good now.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, I guess I just had to reboot it or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, with your 16, you do find a church. Sadly, it is not a church of Desna. It seems to be a church of Iomade. When you do come inside the church and you kind of just ask people, not really knowing who's the person you would be looking for coming in, you get a bit of dirty looks every time you ask a person. Some people point in like a direction towards the back where there's happen to be like several doors with these symbols on the doors. It doesn't look to be any like typical writing. It looks to be like religious symbols on the doors. One of them even like walks past you and knocks on the one, and you see this Shirin like priest in front of you. The person, the human that's in front of you, says, "Now, if you clean out your mouth with soap, maybe Dr. Mantis over here will help you out."
Okay.
What is happening?
And he walks over to you, and these priest guard that. He's about 5'8", green scaled, like these yellowish amber looking eyes. And as he looks over to you, and he says, "Let me take you to the back office. There seems to be some type of ruckus going on out here. Follow me this way."
Follow him.
All right, so he takes you into one of the back rooms. It's set up with like a station bed that you can kind of just sit on top of. Several, kind of applying with his name, you do see several medical supplies laid out on the countertop, as well as a holy symbol of Iomade and a couple other like odd-looking devices. He comes over and he says, "All right, now what can I help you out with?"
I'm just trying to see if I have a, I'm not a big person of mysticism or anything spell-wise, but I've been having a lot of bad luck lately, and I'm honestly wondering if maybe I'm cursed. I know it sounds incredibly stupid, but I don't know. Thought I might as well check.
Sir, before I can do anything, you're going to have to cut out all the cursing that you're saying. That is not allowed in this church, and I need you to drop your tone down a couple notches. Now, one more time. What do you need help?
Okay, I'm just looking to see if I have a curse.
Okay, sir. Just keep the tone down. I can try to help you with that. You really need to just focus on your attitude a little bit.
I'm just gonna shake my head up and down.
All right, looks like we have an understanding. And he kind of pulls out first just any like doctor medical supplies that he thinks would maybe be like a starting point to figure out what's going on with you. Not getting any result. Another 10-15 minutes pass. He put those supplies away. He grabs some of his he grabs other materials. You can see component pieces. He looks as if he's starting to cast spells at this point. He uses, you see these spell components melt in one hand. The holy symbol on the countertop begins to glow a bit. He places his right hand on top of your head. And he says, "Well, it doesn't seem like a curse is affecting you, but you have some aura coming off of you. I guess I'll have to continue my research." So he continues to goes over to the cabinet, grabs a couple more component pieces, does the same process. Says, all right, it doesn't seem to be a curse. Doesn't seem to be a disease. Huh. All right. This is going to take longer than I thought. He says, I'm going to need you to stay right here. Just don't say a word to anybody. Just stay right here, and I will see what's going on with you.
I give him a thumbs up.
So he goes out. It takes him about 25 minutes before he returns. He returns back with just this big book. You can't really get a grip of what's on it. He has it placed in between like his arm, like right where his armpit is placed is right under his armpit, being blocked by this rib cage in his arm. He has several supplies in his hand. He kind of just spreads it all out on the countertop, and he says, okay, maybe this is a type of affliction. And he begins to get the components. He casts this spell. He's like, this is interesting. I need you to politely tell me what happened to make you think that you may have been cursed. Politely.
Okay. The guy's gonna think there for a moment because something's obviously not right. Being that there's multiple people, and that's a lot of people who are all having the bad day, or saying that I'm cursing for no reason. With hand gestures, I'm gonna try and indicate, hey, you're Sheeran, can you telepathy with me?
I'm trying to find a skill to put that too, because that's great.
Like sense mode. Sense mode probably wouldn't be right.
It would be the Sheeran that does sense motive. You would probably be what, sleight of hand.
But it's not really sleight of hand because I'm not like trying to steal from him. I'm just trying to indicate something.
Maybe diplomacy?
Let's go with let's say you're going to try to find a way to convince him. Diplomacy. If sleight of hand is better, we'll go with sleight of hand.
Nah, both of them have. Well, one has one, the other has nothing. So if it's diplomacy, it's a 16.
Wow, 2 16s back to back.
And the other one was a natural 16. This one's a 15 plus 1. Looks like I have another skill that works better. Can I use my piloting skills?
Pilot myself into your mind.
Actually, wait, I've got an idea. Do I have like a computer thing on me?
I mean,
you should have a comm unit, which is basically your phone.
Yeah, you should have your comm unit.
So with the comm unit, I'm going to type out, I don't know why you say I'm cursing. I have not been. But I don't think you're lying. And like I show that to him and see how he reacts.
He takes a look at it, kind of scratches his head a little bit, takes another look at it, hand on his chin. He's like, all right. You can hear it telepathically in your mind. Now tell me what's really going on. Now it's just you and I here. What are you experiencing?
Well, hopefully you're not hearing what you've been hearing. All I have been experiencing is a string of very bad luck, and it's almost too frequent to just be an occurrence, or maybe I'm just that bad of luck and I'm just trying to look for a reason to make it make sense.
So it looks like this effect doesn't have a superior hold on you. Well, where were you when you felt like you was cursed? Where did you come from? Was it on Absalon Station or was it further out there?
I mean, I've had a string of bad luck going back. Well, I guess it technically started about 5-6 years ago, but only recently has it really started picking up. So I'd say maybe within the last year, possibly. Maybe here on Absalon, possibly during one of my hunts from someone who I was hunting, or maybe someone who has a grudge against me for hunting someone.
What is your profession?
I'm a bounty hunter.
So with bounty hunting, do you happen to go onto strange odd planets?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you happen to go onto like strange or odd planets? Any of which outside of the pack system?
I mean, here and there, depending on how far someone runs, it just kind of depends on who you chase. So I'm sure I've gotten to a couple of those worlds, and I can really think off the top of my head.
He begins to grab some more components. He kind of steps a bit of a distance between you and him. He says, "I want to check one more. This is going to take some time, but let me see what I can do." He begins to cast a spell. The spell is going to take about 10 minutes to cast. So it really will take a while for this to happen. But as it does so, you can read off of his facial expressions that he may have figured something out. But by his facial expression, it doesn't look good. And
Something bad?
Says, he's still, again, talking to you telepathically at that. It says, I'm afraid I may have some bad news for you. You said that you go on hunts, that these hunts may have been on distant planets, some of which not in the pack system. Are you a cautious adventurer?
Usually.
How, if you were to go to another planet, what's one thing you make sure you always have on you? What are you prepared for?
Do you have brain herpes, Connell?
Oh man, it was that space goblin crack I took that we didn't sell. I took a little off the top. I didn't think anyone would notice.
Tell me, Gunnar, does it burn when you pee?
No, but it does when I poo.
Oh, ew!
Oh man, I just thought it was the tacos.
Can it? It's like
Okay. Weapons, armor, food, just stuff to survive.
He just gives a heavy sigh. He says, from what I'm picking up, you seem to be suffering from an affliction known as rhetoric affliction. This type of affliction is typically given through means of radiation.
Those fucking nukes on the ship!
No!
Oh god, we all have!
Oh god, we all have space herpes!
Rhetoric affliction is a affliction that, regardless of how nice, how kind, how sweet you can be, regardless of what you say, others are taking what you're saying in as an insult. Others who aren't exposed to the same type of affliction will not notice the symbols because they will also suffer from it. However, people like myself, and I must assume the rest of the members of this church, are hearing things differently than how you're saying them to us. Now, this is a pretty rare case that you have, and the treatment for this is not a pretty penny.
Are we talking like damage, or are we talking like money? Like, what's the bad part of here, or is it both?
So, we're gonna need the components to fix this. And those components aren't cheap. However, there is the fee for the assessment that I did for you just now. Due to the time that I put into it, that also does not come in cheap.
Okay, I know you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna tell me the amount of money.
Damn.
The assessment is 134,000 credits.
Oh!
can I see like a bill? Can I see how much each individual thing cost?
Oh,
Itemized bill.
I want to see the itemized bill.
oh, my wallet just cried.
Does the Starfinder Association have medical insurance?
I'm not even a part of them. I'm the Bounty Hunters League. I don't even know if they have insurance.
Yeah, Snow is
Oh
the
my
only
God.
one that is part of the Starfinder Society.
I have
Um,
veteran insurance.
Oh, that's cool. You wanted to list me as a dependent?
Oh,
I mean, technically now Snow could collect on those veteran benefits.
Yes, no, it shows up. Where's my pension?
Perfect timing.
It's been about, what, 20 years behind? I'm sure you could come up with my money.
FYI, so is Kalani. She's part of Starfinders. You just don't know that yet.
Oh yeah, sorry, but with the economy and the Epsilon Senate voting to raise their paychecks.
Oh, please, don't be the American government.
oh my God, I hate this.
Don't worry, I'm already dealing with the American fucking health system.
Oh,
yeah,
Mm.
would like to see the bill. I will bring it up to you as you wish. It is not cheap.
Is there a window?
Well, unfortunately, the time that it took me to work on this assessment took some precious time away from my daughter and son. A little chunk of the bill is actually to compensate the time that I had to put for this. But unfortunately, due to me working on this assessment, I'm going to miss the AM/PM concert that is happening tonight with my.
I'm sorry, though. What?
AM/PM? You've never heard of the international duo?
No.
is it the Backstreet Boys in space?
Well, they're a duo, so.
The remaining Backstreet Boys in space.
Oh,
Yeah, the three got stuck in the airlock.
oh God.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the two individual members, but these two icons will be playing over at Jatembe, over at the Skywatch. It's a very big concert, and due to it's roughly like 5 or 6 with traffic to get over to a highly populated area. Sadly, we're not able to make it. But because of the time that I put into this, you can see he's kind of disgruntled. If only I could get the autographs of those two.
Of course, this is what was gonna fucking happen.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, I got our next mission. We gotta get some fucking famous people's autographs. Oh god. Do they? Wait, can I? I need to find out their names. I need to see if they have bounties on them.
Oh God.
All right. I see what you're getting at.
He kind of at this point in time he kind of closed the door. So even though he's been speaking to you telepathically, he closes the door just to, and kind of locks the door behind it. He continues to speak to you, and he says, "Now, between you and I, my kids are the closest things to me, and I would do anything for them. I don't think that I would be able to get these autographs. However, if you were able to get them tonight while they are in town, how about we erase the damages for this assessment, and I will continue working on the cure for you."
Well, you kind of threw me up creek with a shit paddle here, Mr. Priest. So I guess I don't really have much of a choice. Also, I'm gonna go out the window. So you don't have to worry about unlocking the door. I'll see you around.
I got the window.
Wait, is there anything valuable in this room?
No!
Several things. You
No,
sure you
no,
want to do that?
He took my money. I take his.
I worship Desna, you son of a bitch!
This isn't no Church of Desna.
I thought it was!
No, I tried to find Desna and I didn't.
Ah.
All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna go out the window if there is one.
There is one.
right,
He just says he telepathically as you see you starting to crawl out. Is like, are we in agreement, or do I need to tax this one? Yeah.
Oh god. Why is that threatening?
Why does he say tax? like a southern governor about to take my land.
Because it's a church. It's a church. They don't charge. They either collect tithes or they tax.
This rec center. Be a shame if I were to turn it into a cash cow. If only you could beat me in a downhill skiing competition. Man, that's a lot of credits now that I see it in number form.
You know how many people would have had to give their credits for you to pay that off?
I wonder what I have to hunt to get that kind of payout. That's gotta be like the leader of the Vesk.
That's like that's an expensive doctor's bill. But you
Yeah,
have no-
thank God he gave us a heads up about it. Thank God. He was so forthcoming about the expenses.
Guess what, asshole? You're gonna be in debt for the rest of your life!
Welcome to the American Medical Center.
Man, I'm certainly gonna try, otherwise I got a lot of hunting to do.
Well, would you like to go out the door?
Nah, this is fine. You might charge me another 100K for using the door.
That's cool.
And yeah, I'm just gonna leave like motherfucking goddamn piece of shit priest mother. He gets that kind of money every time they have a fucking Sunday session. I am not happy.
Angry grumbling.
And I'm gonna start looking into as much as I can about this ACDC wannabe.
Okay. Are you going to mention it to any of the party members? Since I'm about to switch, I guess, over towards either Atoner or Jubilee, Kalani, or...
I'm probably gonna reach out to Snow. Hey, Snow.
Something happened to you too?
Yeah, a priest decided to extort me.
I mean,
God.
that's a priest.
Granted, yes. So I now owe him, and I look at the bill, 134,862 credits, and or the autographs of 2 musicians that his kids like, and apparently they're doing a show tonight.
Damn, I hope that was a good blowjob.
Nah, it wasn't worth it. But also, I'm afflicted with something that basically makes people think I'm cursing them out.
Atoner has been having the same problem. Interesting.
So that might be all of us.
Oh, fun.
Something to do with radiation, so your nukes might have had something to do with it.
I highly doubt the nukes had something to do with it, since I've had this ship and those nukes for quite some time. It could have
You're
been
right, you know
from
what? I just realized my body pillow has been filled with nuclear rots this whole time. So dumb of me.
Gunner,
Kalani did throw us into the ethereal plane.
Gunner, think about it. The people started treating you guys this way when we got back from that asteroid.
So it's a
Chances
fucking
are
app.
it was something that was on the asteroid that hit us, and now we have to deal with this.
I'm gonna fucking kill that app guy. I fucking hate him so much.
That's kind of on the agenda.
So yeah,
All
I
right,
kind of either need to find this money, or we need to get those guys to do an autograph.
I mean,
you are
autograph
a
would be a lot easier than trying to come up with the money. I'll see what other strings I could pull. I'm also trying to pull some strings to keep a toner out of jail. So
Why the fuck is the toner going to jail?
I'm assuming the same kind of thing with you. Issues happened at his therapy session, and now he's going to be collected by the police.
That's not good. Because that might put him on the radar of a lot of different bounty hunters.
Trying to think out of game. Did Gunnar even tell Jubilee that he had a bounty?
No, I mean, I've been searching people, but I've never been talking to anyone about it. All I know is that he has a bounty of 25k and he's wanted dead.
Yeah, back in.
So yeah.
He has a bounty?
Yeah, it's like, piss change 25k, but wanted dead.
That would have been helpful to know beforehand. I told him to
Well,
sit and wait for the cops. Alright, fuck.
Where the fuck is he? I'm gonna go grab him.
He's at the therapist's office, and she's gonna send him the coordinates.
Alright, New Lake, let's fucking go.
While you're working on that, I'm going to see about collecting the autograph.
Alright, sounds good to me. As I make a run for the therapist's office.
Okay, 1, 2. I'll go to Snow real quick. Since Gunnar is going towards a toner, cops are going towards a toner. Spotlight's going to be there shortly.
I like how when you were talking about the bill, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's see how much he needs. I got like 6,000. Maybe that's enough. Oh, okay, that's how much. And I thought my 6k could work.
And that's just for the assessment. That's not even the cost for the actual treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A real bad day.
You know what kind of magic items you could threaten someone with that money?
Do you know what kind of weapons I could buy with that?
Yeah, really. You could probably buy like maybe I don't know, like how much are like
maybe at least a
weapons?
level 15. Possibly.
God, with the way things have been going, you could probably use that to buy like a minor grade ship.
Oh god, you're right.
Yeah, just show up at the
So
church
much
with
money.
the ship and just be like, "Hey, so about that,
It's so much money. I'm getting extorted by the fucking church. I'm sorry. The whole situation is so not what I was
gone
expecting.
to a mega church. That's why.
You're right. I should have gone to a guy who would just shout at me and say I'm healed. No, demons, get out of here!
So a mega church.
Pretty much. Think of this as a seed. This is your seed. The more money you put in, the more it grows.
Oh god, I hate that.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Get out of here, sneaky little salesman.
All right, so we're gonna cut the canvas now. After Snow, I am gonna go with Kalani and Havoc before I get back to a toner, just so I've had like that moment with each character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Snow, you've had 2 calls not too far away from each other. Maybe like a 10-15 minute time difference between each. What are you up to after that?
I mean, after the second call, she's going to pay very close attention to the people around her to see if they've been acting strangely or differently. And she's going to be continuing to the Starfinder Society because she has plenty of stuff to do there now.
As you continue with your business, talking to the Starfinder Society, none of them seem to treat you any differently since before you got signed up. Like before you got signed up, you kind of had to work up to your position. Once you reach your position, they really haven't treated you any differently. They kind of gave you like your own room to work in with stuff, and people don't really come in to bother you at that.
And I was also thinking, it's like, she's also normally very surly anyways, so it's like, are they actually going to be any different or notice anything different?
However, you do have some type of mail come in for you. One of the Starfinder Society members comes over with an envelope in hand. And when you take a look at who it's addressed by, let me switch to my notes.
Oh no, are you getting a pink slip?
It's
It's not us. It's you.
sent by the ASD, the Absalon Station docks.
Oh.
Upon opening up the letter, just reading it thoroughly, dear Snow, this is ZZ from the docks department. Just want to inform you about new protocols taking action at the docks. Any new or unregistered vehicles need to go through inspection, and any riders of the new vehicle needs to have their space license certified and checked.
Brandon, please don't make me go to the Space DMV. Brandon, please don't make me go to the Space DMV. I'm begging you.
It's a fate worse than
What do I,
death.
As
what do I have to do?
as Captain Snow's looking it over, it's more or less for the captain. They understand that each ship needs a certain amount of crew members to run the ship. They're not really worried about their crew members per se, but if something was to happen, they would need on hand. This is the vehicle. This is the captain that was on the vehicle. This is the one held responsible. So this wouldn't apply to Havoc. This would be more of just a Snow.
So Snow is going to go to the Space DMV.
That sounds like an episode in itself.
The crew goes through the DMV.
God, I hate this.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia theme plays. Drop.
Yay, new protocols. Well, shouldn't affect me at all.
I have diplomatic immunity.
That's gonna be one of the next stops on my list. Alright, first things first, seeing about the if we can get a way to get those autographs.
Okay. Would you like to? I guess since you're kind of in front of a computer station, it'd be easiest for you to access any type of information. Would you like to do that with a computer check?
Yes, I would.
Just get quiet.
Yeah, I didn't hear the result of the roll, so I was like,
That's a nat 20 plus 19.
Oh!
that's awesome. Okay. Scroll up.
Damn.
Them hot dice.
When you go to search up AM PM, they are two teenagers from the planet Idari. These teenagers had a rough start in their career. They are just now making a name for themselves. They have a really big fan base, and they very rarely places or do concerts outside of the planet Adari itself. It's usually live streamed to places such as Absalon Station. However, they seem to be on a tour. This is towards the end part of the tour. And the two individual duos are both female. One is a guitarist, one is a bassist. One's a guitarist, one's a bassist. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. One's a guitarist, one's a bassist. Their stage names go as Ami Yumi. Ami.
Really?
Yumi.
Gosh dang it. God damn it.
Really?
Can you repeat that? I missed that.
I don't get it.
What their names were.
Wait, who didn't get it?
Blake
Me.
didn't hear and Madge doesn't understand.
The two individual, they're both singers, but one's a guitarist, one's a bassist. The one is named Ami, and the other one is named Yumi. And outside of game, I'm picking on the show. Hi, Puppy.
Hi, Puppy Yummy Yumi.
Oh, okay. I was saying 'cause I didn't get that either.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, me
boy.
neither.
it was a like small nod to them, kind of deal. Just like, oh, that would be cool to have them. And but they will be playing at the Skywatch held in Jatembe Park This event tickets are sold out, and they're expecting over 3,000 people to be live at their performance. The Skywatch itself, let me actually pull up the map.
I was going to say, the next thing Snow's going to look up into it would actually be the security detail.
I'm going to do that actually right now as I explain the Sky Tower.
Because, you know, if they need to bolster security.
The Sky Tower itself is held in Jatembe Windmill, placed very high over Jatembe Park. However, it's in a dome part of Jatembe Park, so anyone outside of the dome will not be able to hear their sound frequencies from inside of it. It's held special for them and all of their fans. When you go to look into the Skywatch itself, let me see, the tall windmill itself, they have their own personal security guards that they take with them from Adari. They keep in communication. They've been with them their whole life in their touring life, so they know most of the security guards by face. However, if you were trying to get to this show and it was sold out, you may be able to navigate your way through the inside of that tower. If you were to have something like a backstage pass, it would be easier. But
yeah, that's what I was originally thinking of, trying to get essentially a backstage pass by, you know, bringing up an extra security detail crew to help out.
So with that, I'm going to switch back to the other map.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah. So that's what you pull up information-wise on this.
Yeah, failing with the security detail, I'm going to be looking up how to get backstage passes.
Murder.
Give me a second computer check. I'm sure you're going to pass is more or less to see if you're right.
That's a 15 plus 19.
With obtaining a backstage pass, they can be ordered online. When you go to take a look for it, they're obviously sold out as well. But the process for anyone that has a backstage pass is to head towards it. There is a command word that needs to be spoken to the security guards out front, or you need to have, quote unquote, the equivalent of a golden ticket to show to them that they run through a computer system to verify that those passes are legit due to previous counterfeit attempts from fans.
Now, Brendan, on my run to the toner, do I see a small child who seems like he comes from a very poor household running around with a golden ticket in his hand, and can I trip him? Run, Charlie, run! And I just shoot him in the leg.
Perception.
Oh God!
Do I actually see Charlie?
No.
Let's see. Roll. No, that's shit. That's a
You
20.
see a kobold disguised as a child.
He's holding a very nice piece of tinfoil.
And a big lollipop.
10 out of 10, a kobold would run around with a piece of tinfoil.
I'm just trying to catch a guy! He's a bounty hunter trying to get a guy with a van. Oh, God. So yeah, a 20. Do I find Charlie?
No, you don't spot. You're so your main focus is getting towards a total destination. So you're constantly looking at the X and Y axis, like this street looks like I got to take a longer way around because of that attention to detail that you're paying to the roads and getting to a toner. You're not seeing anyone with a golden ticket, quote unquote golden.
Darn.
Ticket.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, you said either a password or a golden ticket. Because my next search would be for for the password.
What was the result of the roll that you had?
It was 15 plus 19.
30. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
It's a Joe.
So of a 34, you start from the easiest to the most difficult of finding it. Going on the equivalent of Absalon Station Google, looking up passwords, previous passwords used. All of those you see in the comments section. I tried using it after this person and it didn't work. It seemed to always be randomly generated. As you do a bit more research into it, you're not finding any luck on what the code word is. And I'm going to go back to the map since Joe is in here, and I guess give a quick map of it. Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I mean, failing everything else, I'm going to download the schematics of the dome itself to use as a map reference.
Okay.
And until I hear anything else, I'm going to start looking up information, not only on the planet that those kids are from, but also Niger 6.
Got you. Okay. I'm going to switch perspectives. Joe, do you see this map here?
I see an orange map.
Okay. This part is going to play later into everything. Just know that your character knows about it. A concert about to be held in a few hours. So I'll switch back over. Toner, Gunner, Snow. So Kalani, where are you located at Absalon?
At the temple to Ysera, or the Church of Ysera, or whatever. That's there.
Okay. Are you, so while you're there, would you say you are like trying to spend time to make any friends? Are you doing a bit of like mysticism? Are you learning more?
I'm basically like doing some praying and service to the church.
Okay. Did I use the wrong piece? Okay, no, it's the right piece. So as you are servicing several people, one person comes over, just kind of brushes like a bit of the fur on your right arm and says, "You're I haven't seen anyone like you on this planet. Where do you come from?"
Well, my planet is kind of no more. The Valakan planet.
What's a Valakan?
Well, I'm a Valakan. We're basically dog-like people.
What's a dog?
Brendan, is this the guy?
Oh, sweet God, is it him? Did he already get out?
Oh God!
How did he survive the fucking asteroid?
How did he survive the asteroid?
All right, let's let him play it out.
Well, when he got arrested, he was taken off the asteroid, you see. If anything, we spared him.
No.
It would have been spare on the universe had he blown up with the asteroid.
Let's just let it play out.
Huh. And he says, "Well, do you mind?" And he's just like, "Yeah, it's just your skin is very soft. It's unusual."
Well, I guess it's okay. I mean, there's not really anything unusual about it. Just any normal
blocking of my race. You know, I'm a normal person of my race.
Yeah, but you are just an unusual race. I've never seen one of your kind here. I'm flabbergasted. This is awesome, and he, like, continues to brush aside as long as you don't give like a look of like this is uncomfortable, unsettling for you. He continues to do it again. He's half elf, so he's a bit on the taller side. Like the his eyes almost resemble lime, just that color green. And his retina. He's his skin tone is brownish with like streaks of light green on it. He also has several holy symbols placed onto him as well. He's just like, I'm sorry, this is just very unusual for me. Kane, that's what I go by here. Are you do you frequent here, or I? He looks like he's choking on his words, like trying to figure out the right things to say.
No, this is my first time here at Absalom Station. I'm just with a group of people. We're just doing a couple things before we head out on our next mission.
Hey, you're heading out. But you say you just got
My name's Kalani, by the way.
Alani. But you just got here. So how long did you go?
What was that? I didn't quite catch it.
You said your name is Kalani, right? How long is it into your going?
I don't know. It's up to the captain of our ship. I guess we're getting a ship overhaul or something while we're here, so it's up to her.
I would like to believe that we've met for a reason. So if you'd like, I can give you a tour of Absalon Station if that is something that would interest you. Just need to hear if that's what you'd like, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I just came by to, pay my respects here at the church, and I always try to do some service at a church that is a Viacera when I get to one. And otherwise, I mean, you can point me in the direction of the Starfinder Society that's here.
And he like instantly is excited and like, oh, I would love to. It's right. He looks over to you and is like, do you mind? And he looks like he wants to like grab your hand and kind of like drag you to where it is, but he's that level of like, I just met you, trying to be polite, but trying to.
Hey, Brandon.
Waiting for the tundra.
Isn't within arm's reach of you, is she?
Wait, what happened?
Just
One more time.
make sure that you're not in Dez's reach when she looks at her words for friends.
And she heard you, so I'm glad you told me, because she's on the couch playing VR, and I'm in the.
Yeah, make sure she stays playing VR.
She didn't say anything. I'm gonna continue. So yeah, he's just like, do you mind? I can show you where it is.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm pretty open to things. I don't really have anything in particular I need to do.
And I see the angry face, Joe, and he goes, "Oh yes, yes, yes," and he just grabs your hand and just says, "We'll be right back after, I promise." And he begins to storm out, kind of dragging you, but like trying to be polite, like just a tug at first.
I go with them. I'm cautious, but I go with them.
And he begins to drag you. He's takes like a left turn this way, goes up 3 blocks, makes a right turn. In your peripheral, you see Gunner getting ready to pass you. He continues walking, not paying any attention to Gunner. He has no idea who Gunner even is. Continues walking forward. But since that is a moment where 2 PCs will pass, I want to see if anything will happen.
Gunner, what's going on?
Oh, Kalani, gotta get to the toner. He's gonna get arrested and possibly killed. Gotta go get him. Be right back.
Oh God.
Kane stops like trying to drag him, like, I'm sorry, I didn't. And he like puts his hands in his pockets, like, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just a friend.
Look, I touched my ass.
Part of he's a friend in the group that I belong to. I better go follow him and find out what's going on. Seems like they might need some help. Maybe another time?
Sighs a bit. Definitely, sure. Well, again, my name is Kane. I'm sure I will probably spot you at the temple again. But yeah, go catch your friend.
All right. You take care, Kane, and it was nice meeting you. And I turn around and head after Gunner. I head after Gunner to help.
All right, switch to Havoc. You've been out for a session, so I don't know exactly where to pick up with you or where your character would be. But as mentioned by the rest of the group, you did happen to get off the asteroid before it got nuked. To kind of fill in what's been happening, there were several other survivors that got off of the asteroid vacation spot, but they all seem to be speaking, not particularly to Snow, but they all have been speaking about how they felt with the decision of a nuke being able to go off on an asteroid and their family members still being on that asteroid.
Yeah, that's a very prickly pear there.
So there's been a couple of conversations on the trip back to Absalon Station, and once arriving on Absalon Station, a lot of those survivors went to depart. Some, trying to see what other family members are still alive, maybe start a new life. But most of them don't seem to want to talk about that vacation at all. And this is kind of what I'm picking up with you. Your character's probably heard every person's story of like what happened and how they feel towards it. I don't know where you would want to continue from where we last left off with you.
Yeah, that's a lot of heavy stuff right there, and I feel like she'd want to do some shopping therapy.
I'm coming up. Montage.
So just I'll send you what she's gonna pick up, and here I'll just post it right here what she's gonna try to pick up.
If you need more time too, feel free. I just wanted to kind of have like that spotlight moment with everyone before I continue forward.
I already figured out what I wanted like a while ago, just so I wouldn't run into this. I just have to tell you, like, type what it is. Boom.
Let me see. It's in this book. Okay. What to the weapons, by the way? Any weapons, armor, any gear that you're buying? I was just having it during downtime. They whoever you're trying to get it to, you can find the right buyer. We're not in a state where we're immediately trying to get off at Absalon Station.
Okay.
So we're not playing like spend a couple days trying to find them. It's just like this is a bit of downtime, but even in downtime, there are still things going on.
Okay.
So everything that you're trying to get, you find a buyer or you find someone that has that inventory. It's not any difficulty finding it. It's just making sure you have your end of how much the cost is for.
Yeah. All right, but yeah. Is it okay if I maybe think of a couple extra things after?
Definitely. Like I said, I know you missed out on a couple sessions, but before I continue, because several people are going to meet up with each other, I wanted to at least have that spotlight moment with you. If there was anything like you wanted to try to nail out while you're here, like, all right, we're not on asteroid planet. That vacation sucked. Commander Snow gave it 0 stars on Yelp.
Damn. The ultimate 0-star.
Yeah,
was
she
gonna try
even
to-
had like a massive quote, like thing said along with it.
That
Damn.
was great.
Uh,
You go back on Discord and like pin that somewhere.
she's probably just gonna like wander around and try to find something to do to take her mind off of all that heavy stuff that just happened.
I got it. So Havoc, as you're enjoying some leisure time on Absalon Station, you are, you are going to different shops, going to different places. You see like these small gatherings of people, and you happen to run into these two children. One's a boy, one's a girl. They have this doll in their hand that looks like a miniature size a toner.
What'd he do? Oh god. Oh god, what happened?
They turned him into a toy.
Oh god, what I miss? Oh god, what did I miss?
Were these some of the kids that were being thrown by a toner?
Oh my god.
He's our hero.
Oh god. He threw me into a tree!
I may have lost my arm, but I'll never lose the experience.
God. Underneath my eyes are gonna bug out a bit. I'm like, oh god, what's happened? What has transpired?
Who is that?
You got to approach him.
I'm not gonna approach random children. I will.
Hello, random children. Tell me about your doll.
I've learned my mistakes from watching a toner. I'll ask him about it.
You're one more time. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna leave that shit alone and ask a toner when I see him. Because he's gotta know something about that.
Let it sit for a few.
This is not the direction I was expecting that to go, but all right. It looks like everyone's heading towards a toner. I guess to fill Joe Brown in with everything. On the comm unit, I'm assuming, Jen, I'm assuming Ask Snow you'll inform Joe Brown of what's going on.
Yeah, she's gonna just send a quick message to everyone as to what's going on and the current situations that both Gunner and a toner have found themselves in.
As soon as I hear what's going on, I'm gonna think back and see if anybody's been giving me weird looks after I talked to them.
Everyone that you bought items from said that you was a bit snobbish in the items you were asking for, followed by this like horrific odor that came from you as you walked up to them and left. But other than that, they didn't do anything hostile or anything like that.
Do I smell bad?
I'm sorry, I'm still decaying.
My body is suspended. Stop that.
I'm not a smelly rat. I'm not.
I'm not a smelly rat.
I'm not a smelly
Brandon,
rat.
do I smell?
Roll for smell.
Oh God, do I smell, Brandon?
Roll perception.
Oh God, am I a
Roll
smelly
perception.
rat? Oh God, that's a 4.
Oh,
That's a straight 4.
So you remember those vents that you climbed into the last time you?
Oh, I haven't showered after that.
That never came.
This has been a very big oversight.
So it's not that you are smelling bad, it's that you're smelling very musty.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, point taken. I'm gonna go take a shower now.
Oh God.
I think you didn't approach those kids.
Smelly rat! Smelly rat!
No! That's the thing I'm sensitive about.
Out.
Okay, I'm gonna focus the attention back towards the toner. Joe, to get you kind of caught up on what's been going on. Gunner went to see, heavy quotation marks, a doctor, aka a priest of a church that he wasn't trying to look for. The doctor did an assessment and informed him that he is suffering from an affliction known as rhetoric affliction. This type of affliction is a result from a radiation. The affliction, what this affliction is known for is no matter like how nice or kind or sweet you can be to a person, you give off this like intimidating aura where it's almost like you're like cursing or like, you know, talking down to whoever you're speaking to. However, this affliction doesn't seem to affect others that are afflicted by it.
I'm starting to wonder if Snow got away with it. Is it because that she pretty much kept the spacesuit on like since going into the air ducts the first time?
I cannot answer that at the moment. However, Joe, after the assessment, Gunner was informed that the bill for the assessment is 134,862 credits. Something way out of any characters that we hear. The
For
equivalent.
one assessment?
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Gunner.
U.S. medical system.
Welcome to Absalom Station.
He said that the bill was generated that high due to the fact that it was a lot of there was a couple hours spent on trying to figure out what this is. You know, detect affliction, detect curse, detect disease, several other spells and things being put into it, as well as medical checking medically if there was anything wrong. He said that the one reason that it was high was due to the labor that he put into it. He's going to be missing a concert known as the AMPM concert happening in Jatembe Park, a concert he was supposed to be seeing with his son and daughter. He kind of like slightly hinted to how important it would be to get an autograph from the both of them, for one for his son and one for his daughter. But unfortunately, due to him working on this procedure, closing up the temple and everything, he will not be able to make it. Better seeing that as an alternative payment.
And not having much of a choice.
Yeah, Gunner seen it as an alternative payment. He closed and locked the door. Gunner starts climbing out the window.
Thankfully,
Having a
Gunner is a
passing
bounty
thought
hunter,
of
so all
stealing
he
their
has to
stuff.
do. Thankfully, Gunner is a bounty hunter, so all he has to do is hunt down and kidnap the two singers and force them to sign an autograph.
I mean,
I got you one better. I got the actual artists.
Oh god, it's like the end of Christmas Vacation when they kidnap the CEO and bring him to the house.
Oh God.
So he said he would forego the bill if you can come back with two signatures, one from each of them, and he will also begin to look for a cure to try to get over this affliction that came from the radiation. Gunner accepted and informed Snow. Now I'm doing. Gunner informed Snow. A toner before any of that was dealt with. A toner had the whole like, yeah, the therapist seems really mad at me. Jubilee hacked into the eye, said no, like everything. I just watched you walk outside. A toner had a conversation with Jubilee and is now like, should I wait here for the police or should I come back to the ship? And he mentioned to stay. And we have several people heading in his direction now. Did you catch all that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So now we cut over to a toner. So a toner. About 5-10 minutes later, you hear the sirens slowly approaching towards your area. As the car pulls up, you have a bit of relief as you look in the driver's seat of the car. The cop that you worked with and finding what happened with the signal before you left Absalon Station last time seems to be the driver. So they put the car in the park. He's there. A Veskin cop is with him. They both approach towards you, and he's kind of a bit excited to see you. He's like, "Hey, it's been a while. I don't really remember your name, but you helped out with the our Chaos app discovery that we were doing." And he looks towards a toner.
A toner goes to open his mouth, but then he like sort of pauses, like mouth open, and then like he closes his mouth again, and then he starts speaking in Veskin sign language, and he's like, "Yes, having some weird misunderstandings going on. Not sure why. How are you?"
They both kind of pause. They look at each other. They look over to you, and they continue speaking vocally, and they say, "Good. You can't speak to us. There was an incident reported here about someone possibly being violent. He reads off the name of the therapist. Would you happen to know anything about it?" So at this point, about a block away, but can see you, along with the cop car and the siren, is Gunner. And then shortly after that will be Kalani, but not just yet.
Ah, jeez. A toner will he kind of like sadly shake his head. He's like, and he, like continues signing them. He's like, "Yeah, that was me. I'm not sure why, but when I went for my session, as soon as I said hello, she started accusing me of like being verbally abusive towards her, and I'm not sure why."
Give me a quick second. Okay. So they take all this in and just like, we're gonna have to report this in to the cops. But you keep continuing to sign everything. We can't really get a reporting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna read you the Miranda rights.
Oh.
Like, as soon as I see a toner and I see them like getting cussed, I'm like, slice the neck, like, shut up, run.
Dip like a potato chip.
Even better, I'm saying, run to me.
Does he say that out loud, or
No, I'm like at a distance, and I'm like trying to get your attention. Like, look at me, stop talking, run at me.
Run at me. Run me over.
he like looks over at Gunner, but he looks confused because it's like, but obviously they're too far away to say anything. But he's just like, Snow told me to go with the cops to avoid things getting worse.
You're gonna go on the comm unit. If you go with the fucking cops, you're gonna die. You have a fucking bounty on your head.
Ooh.
Now get your ass over here.
Your comm unit goes off in front of the cops, and they see that you're looking at something. They hear it, and as they are listening to it,
Wait, are comm units just like a speaker?
A
I
toner.
thought they were in the ears, like
A
like
toner.
a phone.
Toner's got his on speaker because he's a boomer.
I could definitely see a toner having his on speaker.
God damn it.
Well, I'm rolling to try and negate that somehow.
Well, I think his would ring, but it would be like the default ringtone. And so like he'd look at it, and then like as it's being like do 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 do.
You have an iPhone. Ew.
And he'll like kind of look at it, and I look over at Gunner, and like sort of like point at him, and then point at the communist, is like sort of like pantomime, like,
as
is
soon
this
as he
you?
does that, I'm gonna go around the corner so I'm not seen by the cops.
Kalani, this is where you see from a distance what's going on.
Okay.
Escalating real quick. So yeah, at this point, you see Gunner is just storming straight towards the toner. Right? You said you're
Well, as
gunning.
soon as I saw that the cops were already there, I called him and then went around a corner so that the cops wouldn't see me, trying to get a toner to come to me.
Give me a stealth check.
That is going to be a. What is that total? It's 25.
Okay. So it starts with a toner's comm unit going off. They say you have the right to remain silent. So I'm gonna need you to cut that off.
Pick up the fucking phone, a toner.
He's got to obey the cops, though.
Pick up the goddamn phone.
He kind of makes like raises one finger to be like a oh wait gesture over towards where he last saw Gunner, and then they like hits the turn off button.
Then I shoot him a fucking text. Get your lizard ass over here.
So they continue reading the Miranda right to you. Before they finish it, I'm
Equal
guessing
death.
like a text tone goes off in front of them, like, "Sir, if you cannot come, or if you are not going to cooperate with us, we're gonna have to confiscate that."
Jeez, are we hitting the trifecta of America right now?
God damn it.
He like signs back to them like, I know I'm trying. Someone really seems to be wanting to get a hold of me for some reason. Is what he signs to them.
What did you say?
The cop that works side by side with you says, "Look, Tony, I'll talk to him. Let me see what I can do." And he pulls you over to the side, and he puts like one arm around your shoulder. He's trying to show like he wants to help. One arm over your shoulder. He's looking directly at you. He's like, "Look, we've already worked side by side together, and you know, technically the cops paid you for the work that all of you did. It helped with getting RK the app shut down for a moment. They stopped whatever updating the app or whatever. We've had less gatherings of people here because of it. But that's not the point. You were seen kind of as a hero to some of these cops. Now they're going to want to hear what you have to say. What this comes down to. You can sign to me, but not everyone understands best can sign. So, what do you say? Can we talk our way through this?
It's like, if I talk, I'm not sure if you'll hear what I say. Something weird is happening.
So, well, you've talked before.
And then he'll actually like try and experiment where like he will sign and speak at the same time what he is signing to like sort of gauge what the cop's reaction is.
Here we go.
God damn it.
Okay.
Okay. What is being said?
I actually like that.
And everybody went dead?
No, we're good.
Okay. I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, it got real
They
quiet.
just cut off.
Oh, just got back and I was wondering that myself. I was like, did someone ask me something?
No.
Apparently I'm coming in on this situation too, so. Unlike Gunner, I'm actually going right towards a toner once I see him. He's going to need somebody to do some diplomacy.
Is Blake still talking?
I haven't heard...
No, I said what I said.
Oh, I don't think
I said like he spoke the same words that he was signing to the cop to try and gauge what his reaction would be.
Oh, my bad.
By saying like if I speak, I'm not sure if you'll hear what I'm actually saying. Something weird has been going on today. Like that's what he signs, and that's what he says verbally. But he's like trying to see like how the cop reacts. Is like he's kind of like making like a face, is like a confused like oh face. Like,
give me a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy? All right.
Make a sense motive check to try to get a good read on this.
How dare you say that about my mother?
Right, I'm not sure how to do 2 dice at once, but he also gets a plus d6 to this, so I'll do 2 rolls, one the d20 and then the d6.
Gotcha.
You can also add a d6, so you can say plus 1 d6. But
Yeah, that
Well,
slash.
yeah, but then he also
R.
gets his diplomacy bonus. So what I
At the end of it.
So it would be /R 1d20 plus 1d6.
Roll 1d20 plus 1d6 plus 4, or whatever it is.
it doesn't let me type in letters. It only lets me type in numbers.
Oh,
Or-
I put
wait, how do you
it like
do
an
that?
idiot. There.
Okay, because I tried to do that just now and it wouldn't let me. Like it would let me type in the number, but it wouldn't let me type in a letter.
I box.
Joe?
Okay. Yeah, you for a second.
All we heard was
Oh.
box.
Probably my internet. I type in the dialogue box where we usually.
Oh, so then how do you do a slash or anything in there? Or
Yeah, it's the slash with the question mark. That's slash. I can't believe I rolled ones on both those dice. Brandon,
I see it.
Oh god.
And thus it starts.
didn't work? Or am I supposed to like leave a space or?
No, so it's slash roll space.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't leave the space. I thought it all had to be one thing.
D6 plus mod.
Yeah.
After the space for after roll, it's all one thing. No.
Okay.
It's cool. I have a 9, so he's pretty easy to get rid of. Hey.
There you go. Yep.
Okay. So that's how that works. Cool. So yes, that's
So he looks over to you and he's like, "Well, besides the profanity that's coming out of your mouth, I think I'm picking out what you're putting down. I don't really see you as a bad person, but your words, otherwise someone else probably would, but I think I understand what you're saying."
Yeah, it says the thing about the profanity. Toner just kind of like slaps his forehead. They like signs to him. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what my therapist said. She said I was like saying all types of foul and horrible things.
And he let's see. I will we have to have a conversation with the therapist. So how about you leave the scene and we will get what information we can, and I will put on the report that we did not find the suspect. I still feel like I owe you one for what you did back for us a few months ago, or however long it would have been since that happened.
A Toner nods and like gives him like a firm handshake, and then he also gives the cop his comm unit number in case he needs to contact him later or whatever.
So he says, just try to do me one favor. Don't piss anyone else off. I don't want to get another call today. Constantly.
Don't do what? Sorry, it got real quiet.
Don't piss anyone else off today. I can't keep doing this today.
Brendan.
Is it not picking it up?
Mm-mm.
It's like dipping like between being normal sound and being very quiet. It's like going up and down.
Quick open and close the Discord. Be right back.
So many problems tonight. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
Second-
technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he says, just don't try to piss anyone off today. I'll be able to kind of write this one off, but this is a continuation. I won't be able to continually help you out.
A Toner gives him a thumbs up.
Brendan.
Yes.
Snow could read the officer's lips, right?
Yep.
So she knows that a toner is now pretty well known and seen as an upstanding citizen, right?
Yeah, I would say a toner has a bit of renown with at least this cop. This cop
Can
has a soft spot for him. Like, oh, I would vouch for you.
can
What you did
Snow
from
see if she could actually use that to weasel some exclusive tickets?
Oh no.
So I need you to make a sense motive. You're kind of reading it through the eye lens of how this person is reacting from a toner. Give me a sense motive, and I will.
Not the best. 25 total.
You feel it's a possibility, but knowing this situation, the cop's going to have to talk to the therapist. That could take some time. He's going to have to go back downtown to put the report in and things like that. It would be.
Oh, it's really just using the information of if he's well known, see if she could get some tickets for the show or some exclusive pass, seeing as how he's a more well-renowned or well-known figure. So pretty much using his name to get some tickets.
You feel like it could be worth a try. The worst you'll get is a no. But that cop, if he's a cop that's willing to work with a toner, then there may be others, or a toner may have a bit of a name with the cops.
And she's gonna see if she can weasel a ticket first before pursuing the other avenues.
Are you gonna do it through you? Or you want to convince a toner to do it? It'll end up being one of you two making a diplomacy.
I mean, for her doing it, it would be more along the lines of trying to log into various systems, set up a fake email address, and try to go through it that way.
Up to you. It would take a little bit of time to do that, but you could.
I mean, we seem to currently have a little bit of time, so yeah, that's what she'll do first.
Okay. Computer check. Let's do it.
I'll put this in the electronic roller to see how shitty it ends up being.
Oh gosh.
Oh god, we're not gonna get into the show.
Oh, I have an idea, but it may not work.
Operation Undervisor
Oh,
Net
God.
Launcher.
Not too bad.
Not terrible.
I mean,
Okay.
it's
With a 32, you log on to several websites. Just anything and everything that you can access through not just the databases you know, but even using Starfinder Society's database to access some like hidden websites. After putting in all the information that you can, a toner's name isn't enough of like an icon status to get you anything. If that makes sense.
Yeah. After
He doesn't have enough Instagram followers. He's not an influencer.
Yeah, after that, she's gonna shoot a toner a message about trying to score a ticket or two for trying to get an autograph from the performers.
Who?
Ami and Yumi.
A toner gets out
why
his
don't you guys
communist,
just check and see what the scalpers
tries
are
to
doing?
like Google search them.
God, if we go to the scalpers, it'll probably be the same price as what Gunner needs
Like,
to pay.
fucking my goddamn payment.
It might be easier to quote unquote.
12 computers for a toner to try and Google who these people are because he has no idea who they are.
God,
You
this
spell their names wrong.
Okay, so Ami and Yumi come up as two international icons coming from the planet Idari. They don't typically do shows outside of the planet Idari. However, they are on tour. Towards the end of their tour, they are doing a um, once in a lifetime concert at the Sky. What did I say? The Sky Mill, the Sky Wall,
The Sky Mall.
Skywatch, I think is what you said.
Sky Tower.
Or Sky Tower.
It's usually their stuff is streamed from Idari, and being on different planets, sometimes the stream isn't so great. So this is really those once in a lifetime opportunity things, which is why getting a ticket and everything else has been so difficult. With the computer's check, you get that information. The two main singers, Ami and Yumi, guitarist and bassist, with a very Idarian accent, which I will try not to do the accent, but we will see when we get there.
Toner will back. You'll be like, I didn't know you were a fan, Captain. I'll try and keep an eye out.
Yeah, they do a pretty good performance when you can catch them, which is rare when you're an officer like me. Oh, Captain, you're them up. Yeah. Duh.
Yes, I'm a big fan.
No, what you don't know is that he goes into his notes app and writes that down so that
I'm gonna
if he ever finds
nice
out
body pillow.
If he ever finds out when her birthday is or whatever, she's just gonna get random merch. You're like, why? He's like, you said you liked them.
Oh god. I got you a poster of your favorite band.
You know
Who are
what?
these people?
You know what, Blake? You know what, Blake? That's wholesome as shit, and I'm here for it. That's fucking.
It is wholesome as shit, but at the same time, the way Snow is, she's like, gee, thanks. Probably hawk it on the internet.
I can't believe it. You knew exactly what I wanted. How much does this go for on eBay?
That
or he goes like, huh, if the captain likes it, it must be pretty cool. And then he starts listening it, and then he becomes a mega fan. He just starts wearing a t-shirt.
His whole room is just an otaku.
His ringtone on his phone changes to their biggest hit, whatever.
And that was the moment Snow turned a Toner into an otaku.
God, I hate this.
Suddenly you start getting a lot of packages. Like, where the fuck did this come from? And just the Toner comes in, grabs it, and runs back into his room.
This is that you.
That's great. So at this point, it's a couple hours until the show actually starts. There is getting to the location. It is again, it is at Jatembe Park. I probably should have put an image on here of the Absalon Station map. I'm gonna see if I can pull one up. So there is getting there, and figuring out how you're gonna pull this off.
Are we all going there?
Oh, it depends. I mean, this is more or less Gunner's fee to pay.
Oh yes. Speaking of Gunner, a Toner will walk over to where he saw Gunner last, but because Gunner went into stealth mode, he has no idea where he is right now. So he'll just sort of go over to where he saw him, just start doing that John Travolta from Pulp Fiction, look around confused thing.
I was gonna come up behind him and slap him on the back of the head. Very lightly. You're not arrested, right?
That's great.
Did they report where you were? Have they made any mention of your actual name and your location?
No. And he just sort of looks intently at Gunner's visor to see how Gunner reacts.
I bend over, putting my hands on my knees, oh my fucking Christ, thank God. Oh, you cannot be arrested, and no one can know where you are. Otherwise, we don't have to just deal with the cops, but any bounty hunter who has friends with the cops.
I have a bounty?
Yes!
Oh God!
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth. Shut up.
Oh, that hurts.
And then he just starts singing, like,
You are too pure for this world.
and he's just like, no, wait, I can understand. He'll like ask us like, is it X and Y crime lord, whatever?
I mean, they don't give us names. They just say what you did and that someone's willing to pay it.
Yeah, I got on the bad side of some crime lords back when I was busting up rings when I first started out.
Yeah, no, but this is the first time I've ever had to deal with it with someone on our ship, because there's been like 2 other people who had bounties. You're the first one who almost got arrested. And that's the last thing we need, is a bunch of bounty hunters on our ass. Especially when I'm with you.
Your bounty.
So, hold on. You can understand me, though, right?
Yes. Have you been randomly cursing, too?
That's why the police got called, because when I went to my therapist, she started saying I was giving her death threats.
Yeah, that's what Snow said. So yeah, you have the same thing as me. We have an affliction where apparently everyone thinks we're just assholes to them. But we can't do it to each other. But I am cursing, just so you understand.
Understood. Do you know Veskin's sign by any chance?
No.
Alright, then it might be best if we all stick to texting on our comm units when we're out in public.
Probably best. And I'm gonna call up Snow.
Did you happen to get him?
Yes, luckily he was not arrested, and they didn't make mention of him or the incident, so hopefully we're in the clear for this part at least.
Yeah,
so he's fine now.
I was reading the police officer's lips. He's free to go. Don't know if they're actually going to mention his name in the report, though. But on a flip note, I think I have a possible access way for you to get a ticket into the show to get the autographs.
Alright, and what do I have to do for that?
A toner here has to score a VIP ticket.
I just like slowly turn to look at a toner. I turn away. Are you sure about that?
I haven't been able to secure any other method to get in other than us sneaking in and the possible chaos that would ensue.
That might just put us in the same situation we just avoided.
Yeah, so unless we find someone that has a ticket as well as their password to get in, we're kind of up shit's creek. A toner is currently the best option of even obtaining one. So either we find someone who has it and take it from them, or find a way to get a toner to get one himself.
So what does the toner have to do and talk to?
Hey Brandon, did Snow find out that information?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna send the information over as well.
Then I'm gonna show it to a toner. I need you to do this for me.
You're a fan of them too?
I'm not a fan. I just got extorted by a priest.
Ugh,
Better than being fondled by a priest.
God. This is getting worse and worse.
Second joke about that, yeah.
Seriously, guys, I can just talk to the scalpers once we get there.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's only room for one ticket. If you can find more, even better.
I'll probably know at least one of them from my steward days.
Well, let's make every avenue we can.
I can probably help out with diplomacy efforts and stuff too.
Turner's just confused, like, why do I have to be the one to buy tickets?
Because you are the only one of name notoriety. For both ill and good.
Because you're popular.
You almost died from a robot and you lost an eye. That gives you a little bit of credit.
Does Havoc get contacted about this?
I mean, eventually I'm just gonna get on the thing and tell everyone, yo, we need to get into this concert because I'm being extorted by a priest, and we need to figure out how to get tickets. Right now, the only thing we have is a toner because of his notoriety, which also could get us on the bad side of a bunch of bounty hunters.
Okay.
Does anyone have any other ideas or avenues of getting a VIP ticket so I can get a goddamn autograph from these two weird teens?
I'm gonna do my own research about this place.
Oh God, what if we get there and we find out that the two singers moonlight as bounty hunters?
Oh
That'd
God.
be great.
Oh God
So it's
damn
like,
it.
good news is we got you autographs. Better news is that they're the last autographs that will ever exist.
That's
So they're special valuable.
God, our crew is just gonna like make everything mint everywhere we go.
I'm like,
What's that?
God,
Drop a nuke?
I would like to do my own research about what's going on in Jatumbe Park and like the
Yeah.
layout of it.
And I can do the same using my envoy and mystic connections.
I was just gonna go on the website. There's bound to be a website.
I mean, that's what Snow did, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know that, so.
I mean, she sent me all the information, so I would have sent it to you guys too.
Okay. Oh, then I have an idea then. Ooh. Is there any security at like the backstage pass? Like
Yeah, they have their personal guard.
yeah, but what's it called? Is there any like scanners or like any scanners, or are you
Yep.
just getting patted down and stuff?
Scanners, especially on the tickets, you have to have a password. They have their own private security, so I can't use the station security or even Starfinder security to get in.
So no one can slip past if they were, say, invisible?
That would probably be difficult.
But not impossible.
Do it, it'll be funny.
I could
Invisible,
possibly.
but I don't know how you would get an autograph invisible. Just saying.
I'm a ghost. Sign this picture.
I'm
Or I'll
gonna
haunt you.
set it up so she learned about it before she got in the shower, and then she had like some shower thought time. And I'm just like, I have this extremely convoluted plan that may or may not work.
Well, Kalani can use her abilities and stuff and see if she can maybe like disguise herself as like a and use her envoy skills and stuff to maybe pretend she's a journalist or something to get
That's
backstage.
That's actually not too far off what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was
Because
gonna
I
sneak.
have high diplomacy, I have some disguise and bluff and whatnot, so I can probably pull it off.
Yeah, the rest of
Well,
us are
I
trying to
was-
think of legal ways to do this, and then there's you two that are trying to be as underhanded as possible.
I mean, I am
I'm
an
gonna
envoy.
I'm gonna explain this to the party. I'm gonna try to sneak in with the other people who are backstage, disguise myself as like this elderly Isaki, and get some sympathy points. Just like, oh, my granddaughter loves you. Can I get an autograph? And then split as soon as they do.
I
All right,
don't
that's
think
plan
that'll
A.
work.
That's plan A, and we'll be a long distance away in case it doesn't work.
As I said, I can use my mystic connection abilities and my envoy abilities and
Plan B.
whatnot to be like a photojournalist or something.
And Joe, you said you were gonna look into getting the
I
scalper
was gonna
tickets.
talk to scalpers.
What does he have to roll for that?
Let me look at skills real quick. Oh, I feel like culture is like a far stretch for that. Character sheet. Let's see. So it's finding one that'll have it, and then trying to get a deal with them. So charisma ones for trying to get the deal, I guess. So either bluff or diplomacy, trying to a scalper that would actually give you one that doesn't seem to be like a complete fake. However, I want to tie that into. I'm going to tie it into culture, but for you, Joe, I will also make it survival. Don't question it. Just, I will.
I mean,
I mean, if it's survival, I'll do it too.
Yeah, survival is generally seen as like the try to find things in the environment.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's going to be a lot of people there. Like, they have a big fan base, so you're going to be going through a swarm of people.
Stop or scream though, dickhead.
I feel, yeah. I feel like you'll find a lot of people that say like, "Oh, I have a ticket," and you'll have the people that like it's just like people that sell shirts. Some people actually have the authentic shirts, and some people have counterfeit shirts. So it's like trying to find the right person, and then try.
This is my original station. I probably have some kind of contact through my steward.
Through your steward.
Because this is Absalom Station, right? It's my home station.
What skills do you have?
Because
I was also going to tie it into.
I have a.
Go ahead.
Usable things. I have plus 12 in intimidate. Once I find them. Whatever you think there.
So I'll say trying to find the right person in the midst of a crowd will either go down to culture or survival, trying to find one that it looks like they would be good enough to pass an authentic backstage pass. Getting the actual deal will come down to diplomacy or bluff check or intimidate, whatever factor you decide to go. Know that any and all of those choices will have a consequence if the check isn't passed by one person.
Okay. Can I do the survival? If that's fine with you, Joe.
Huh?
You want me to try to do the survival because I have a plus 15?
Yeah, you gotta.
Before going any further,
okay.
I'm seeing this as the beginning part of a skill challenge. So if you are going to attempt survival, that'll be the one role you're going to contribute to.
Yep.
Everyone else in the party, if they can find a way to use or manipulate their skills, so be it. If not, I'll see what skills are left and apply it to whoever hasn't made a roll.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I have the highest survival.
Is the skill challenge itself is going to, in order to succeed, to make this the easiest, out of the 6 checks, 4 of them need to pass.
Okay.
Okay. So my survival check was 33. Yeah, 18 plus 15.
Let me write that on my end.
I was gonna say, Snow's probably gonna try to help Atoner in trying to get those tickets, since she couldn't do it herself.
Okay, so let me. Are you going to go like over to the stadium where everyone is and try to get it, or are you still going to do like research using the computers?
Preferably trying to use the computers to get them in advance so they already have them by the time they get to the stadium. But if not, then you'll tag along with him to the stadium.
Tanner, have you made that time machine yet so we can go back in time and kill your younger self and then also get these tickets before they're sold out?
No.
Do we have the technology yet?
Okay, so I'm going to make a computer roll. So, all right, let me see what everyone else is going to attempt before moving forward.
Between it and diplomacy.
Okay. Okay. So then that leaves Atoner, Kalani, and Havoc. Is there anything you want to do up front, or would you like to resolve your actions, I guess, after what they do? Again, 4 successes will mean that you take the easiest route to getting this done. If you get 3 failures, though, that's where things get tough.
That's the thing, because does a toner actually need to speak to do this? Because given the
Depends on the
current,
Tis
Depends
I,
on the
the
route.
atoner.
The fuck you call?
Nah.
You know, Snow actually might have a workaround for that. Oh, maybe.
What's it called? Havoc's just gonna be waiting to get put in the game. She's on the bench right now.
Client looks to be a diplomacy.
I can do either. I have a plus 16 in both.
Yeah, and I have a plus 13, but I can add a 1d6 as well for my diplomacy in that.
If everybody's got to make a
What?
Got a what?
roll, intimidate's my only other like above 10 roll.
So how about you be intimidate, and those two will be diplomacy.
So
Yeah, but I don't know, because, like, apparently I'm coming off as snooty.
That's true. So
Am
you'll
I
be on the
normally
bench.
snooty?
No,
Am I
I
normally
don't think
snooty?
so.
okay, I'm rolling for intimidation then, since we got.
I got my roll in.
Yeah. I swear to God, if the DC is 31, I'll be so upset.
Damn!
Oh, tell me we got them 4, baby.
Damn,
Joe,
Kalani.
where's total? I'm sorry.
I think Joe's was 31.
30 on the dot. 18 plus 12. See,
Yeah, so we got a 30, a 36, a 34.
And a 33.
be a fucking 31. I'll be so pissed. The DC is 31. I will literally.
You will destroy a house.
I'm never making another stat roll again. I'm just fucking cutting shit.
Holy shit, we're all hitting over 30.
I think we might have just done it.
I'm on the bench. Can I still make a roll for something?
All right, but if you roll bad, it's an all or nothing.
I swear
No,
to God.
stop it. I'm trying to ruin our success.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing here because it actually is going to rely on your roll. The 30 and
God.
the 32 just missed it.
The 30 and 32 miss?
Yeah.
Oh,
My god.
Oh no!
Oh my god, what are you talking about?
It's all on me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I
Okay.
rolled an 18. Oh my god, I had to have rolled a 20 to pass the check. That's
Throw my keys on the bed.
1d20.
What did Atona roll for? Which skill was that?
diplomacy.
What did Kalani roll for?
As I said, diplomacy.
So
Do I have to do intimidation?
I'm gonna have to keep one person's diplomacy, and I'm gonna have to change the other since the 32 didn't pass.
Kalani rolled first too, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh god, it really is all on me.
this fails than we thought. Hold up. So I'm the only fail right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a toner roll for a different skill. The 34 will count as a pass, and since Kalani technically made the diplomacy roll before a toner, I'm gonna count that roll. If Kalani would have failed, I would have counted it also.
Right.
So you have a second chance at toner.
There's no point in me rolling then, because that is the only skill I have that would be relevant for this.
Okay.
Brent,
Yeah.
what am I rolling for?
Unless you can
so-
count piloting, athletics, or acrobatics, everything else is like less than 5.
You do a sick backflip. You're like Spider-Man. And they're like, Spider-Boy! Now it's Spider-Man! Do a flip!
Survival, computer, diplomacy, and intimidation have already been used. So, Mads, whatever skill isn't there, if you can find a way to apply it, make your skill check.
Intimidation. Can I just Karen the shit out of someone?
I already used intimidation.
Already used intimidation.
Can I do diplomacy by Karening the shit
That's
out
already.
of someone?
You can't do the one that we've done.
Okay, so
A toner can try running around really fast to find multiple.
I mean,
what about bluff?
That's not one that's been done yet.
Yeah,
Bluff
with
hasn't been used.
Snow doing computers, the toner could be sprinting around trying to get to the points that he needs to get the tickets.
I have a 0 in computers. Are you sure you want me to do that?
I have computers and I already did it.
Okay. So what about bluff? Can I make up a sob story?
Bluff has not been taken, so yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, nice.
Another 18. Sweet.
Oh,
Yeah, boy!
Blake,
Successes, isn't it?
that is.
Yeah!
I mean, if you still want to play through.
I'm gonna have Blake roll just the roll to see what it would have been.
Maybe it'll make it even
Okay.
easier.
Acrobatics,
Possibly.
but there's 4 successes.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, I was going to use it in a way of, even though you would use athletics to kind of like push and shove people out of the way, it's still trying to like find a pathway to go towards. I was going to quote unquote use acrobatics since that is a skill I think you have.
I have
it's
both
athletics.
acrobatics and athletics.
But you're probably
12
better at
and
athletics,
13
right?
Respectively. Yeah, I have one more in athletics than acrobatics.
Mm.
It's a 12 and 13, respectively.
Use that kid chucking practice to some good use.
Yeah, you use the kids and they start searching for tickets as you
God.
throw them.
Ballistic
And
children.
then you got this.
All right, so I'm gonna play all the roles that happen. So Snow, you do a bit of, you just continued on the online research, trying to get any tickets that you can go onto. You get you do like a post, just like looking for last minute backstage pass, and you find a scalper who goes by the name of Rex that says, "Hey, meet me outside the stadium entrance. I will be wearing a black shirt with a skull on it. Meet me at the rendezvous point and bring 3,000 credits, and I will get you a stage pass." So but he does not give like a number to reach him back on or any other contact information other than username Rex. That information is passed to the party as you continue to make your way towards there, or stay home. Your choice pretty much at this point.
I mean, she's probably going to stay in her office and supervise over everything and basically be the go-between, if needed, between all the people.
Once all the rest of the party arrives, again, there is a swarm of people. So trying to spot an individual with a black shirt with a skull is easy on paper, but once you arrive, there's a lot of people wearing a lot of different designer shirts. You have the like truly hardcore fans that have the AM/PM shirt that looks like a yin yang symbol of like Ami's face and Yumi's face, with the blue on one color and the pink on the other, with the dots switched. So you do a bit of searching around. You find a couple people that match that profile now. So trying to find the right person is a bit difficult. With Gunner looking around, Gunner tracks down 2 individuals. And this is where both Kalani and Jobaran and Havoc all step into play. One's a female, one's a male. One is a Kasata. The other one's a human. and you each go to one respectively. Like, all right, look, you take this one, and we'll take this one. Since Jobron knows this stadium, he's been working as a steward for a long time. He's like, look, I'm like an authority figure. If it comes down to it, I'll get it for everybody. And Jobron kind of steps into play. However, in the intimidation, he slightly over intimidates, and he says, look, if you're an undercover cop, I can't give this to you.
Damn.
Oh,
Hurry, do some coke.
God.
Then he'll know at least if you're a cop, you're a dirty cop, and it won't matter.
Is that how that works?
That's how it's always worked. Just do some quick coke.
If they ask if you're a cop, you have to say yes, otherwise it's against the law.
Oh, God. You legally have to tell me if you're a police officer.
Kalani goes up to the human individual and says, hey, I was the one that put the post up on the website. I assume someone is going to spot Kalani the 3,000 credits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Snow actually would have done so.
And once Kalani speaks to the individual, they're like, oh, well, you're not, looks around, like, oh, well, you look like you've come with some other travelers. Well, my backstage pass only worked for one person. I have others, but it's going to cost you. And it looks like you have several people with you. Are you just trying to get one for yourself, or?
I mean, all we need is a single signature from the both of them, so we don't need everyone to get in, as long as the one person, at the very least, can get both signatures.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
the
mind just
thing.
being outside.
I don't like this is my problem, but also I can't talk.
At the same
Same.
time, if that one person who gets the backstage pass can't pull through and get the autographs, then we're kind of SOL.
There's
Well,
always
it comes to
forgery and
pushing.
kidnapping.
Let's not.
When all else fails, you just kidnap.
Should we get maybe 2?
I mean, 2 to be safe, but I'm not footing the bill for the second person.
I mean, is it just another 30K?
3.
3K.
Sorry, I meant 3K.
I'll foot the bill because I'm also charismatic.
I mean, I can foot the bill. This is my issue.
No, don't worry about it. You've helped me out plenty of
I
times.
can, we can like all put in a little bit so nobody has to really fork over the whole amount, you know?
It's not a big dent.
That's the way that's the way I plan on wanting to do it. So I mean, I'm gonna put some money towards it. So not one person has to pay the whole 3,000. We can.
I have Elysium bucks. Does that count?
God.
Hey, do you like New Elysium, the hottest resort?
I mean, they're mint now since there's, you know...
Definitely still in operation, and that means these credits are still worth something.
I mean, they're collector pieces now because there's not a whole lot left of the station.
Did
Yeah, but
you
it's
know
also a
that
new
since
resort.
light takes so long to travel, if you look through a telescope at it, you can still see it there?
Oh, boy.
I'm
I
not
think
sure
this
that's
is
how
the
it works.
most teamwork I've seen with the company when it comes to footing the. Oh, we can split the cost. That's fine. Are you still worried about the one ticket, or are you trying to get?
Now we're gonna do
Okay.
2, and I'm gonna give the 30K. Or 3K,
No.
sorry. I've got this. I've got this.
So, the
I'm gonna do
Kalani, since you're the person speaking using diplomacy, once you mention, yeah, I'm interested in the second ticket, he's like, well, so the one ticket will cost you 3,000, but the second ticket
I'ma slap this
total
fool.
will cost 10,000.
Oh,
I mean, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, and this could be your last part of your life.
don't actually say that.
I don't actually say that. I am in my head just like staring at him like...
And that is how your character sounds to everybody.
Oh.
Exactly. That's how it would sound.
All them inner thoughts you have, yeah.
All these little inner thoughts, that's what it sounds like on the outside. Well, I just put in 3K for the second ticket.
Oh, okay. We're all.
Yeah, I can put in 2K.
Snow would
That's
put
five.
in 3K as well.
8.
It's left in my
I'll put in.
name.
I'll put in 5K.
I mean, we're up to 8K right now, so you can just put in 2K and we'll be good.
Okay.
So that'll
Okay.
work.
So there you go.
Kalani, as you go to make the exchange with the scalper, the other scalper with the black shirt and a skull on the shirt, the Kasatha one, the one that turned down Jobron, says, "No, wait. What is he trying to sell you? I have a better offer."
2 for 1,300.
Ugh. Yeah, that's
13K.
look. I can do you one better. How would you like to meet them face to face? I mean, I could get you backstage, and you can actually have
Sense motive right off the bat. Sense motive.
Yeah, sense motive.
29
Yeah.
sense motive.
Oh my God.
I don't believe this guy's a scalper in the first place. I already didn't trust him, and now he says he can get me face to face. Hell's no. Sense motive. I've already been gypped once today. I ain't having it a second time.
So you don't fully trust this guy, but he's very persistent in trying to out talk the other bidder. Everything the other bidder's doing, this person's trying to do it for like a more personal experience.
But does he seem like he's lying?
He doesn't seem to be telling the truth, but you can't exactly tell if he's lying. Your
Oh,
20 did not have
My sense motive is
19
27.
plus. You're 27, you're 29 do not pass the 19 plus mod that I got.
Damn.
But he
Yeah.
said,
If only I had rolled a better than 2. Otherwise, it's decent. Anyway.
Sausage, what do you say?
How much?
What are you looking for?
Yeah, I rolled a 27 on sense motive, but I'm not there.
And what is it again that you're asking for in order to meet them in person?
I'm just asking for 11,000 credits.
11,000 credits and be able to actually meet them in person.
And
For 2 tickets?
he's gonna go the extra mile. We're following up with saying, and plus the scalper you would have bought him with wouldn't have told you that those backstage passes also registered to a thumbprint. I can bypass.
Oh, I turned to the other scalper. Would they now?
That scalper says, "I don't know what this guy's talking about. These are legit backstage passes. I mean,
yeah. That
I mean,
means
I could
that's
sense
you.
motive again, but it don't matter. I can't get above a 31.
Well, this is a different guy.
Okay, well then this one's a 27.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I can't. I got plus 11, but I can't do much even with these high rolls.
Where it would have been good to have Bill.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I could probably redo a sense motive on him too.
If you would like to, this is the first guy.
Yeah,
the
that
one
first person.
that made the offer to you. So I'll say person 1 with the ticket.
Sense motive. Hold on 1 second. Sense motive is...
I just want to get an autograph.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Of course, I roll a nat 20 now.
Mm-hmm.
They both just kind of look at you like,
Did the priest get your name?
Brandon.
Could just never go back to that
I'm-
church ever again.
Brendan, I'm assuming I could see their faces from a toner's eye.
yep. As long as Toner's keeping focus on the conversation at hand, yep.
I mean, reading lips is good to do, but I was also wanting to know if I could see if there's a bounty for either one or both.
I was
of them.
literally about to do that too.
Oh no.
Which with
Blackmail
profession is a
them.
nat 20 plus 9.
When you look at both of these individuals, just facial recognition and try to run it through like the bounty hunter like database
Catalog.
of
Yeah,
catalog.
I'm assuming Gunner's doing the bounty hunter, and Snow's going to be doing like the general broadcast bulletins, anything that the Starfinder Society would be keeping an eye on, or even the local police.
You don't find a bounty hunter record. However, the one that's offering with the lower amount does happen to have a criminal record, but not a bounty record.
And what is the crimes?
The crimes was for breaking and entering, theft, and I'm not going to say murder, just breaking and entering and theft.
Yeah, Snow's gonna pass that along to pretty much Gunner predominantly.
He's while you're passing that information over, he's going to say, "Well, I mean, if I were you, I clearly have the better offer. But the longer you consider thinking about it, the show is going to start any minute now. I could have it where you get access to them before the show even starts."
I feel like this is going to be an intimidation check, which I'm not good at.
I mean, you could always
I'm
pass the
tempted.
information along to one of the others, since Snow gave you some good leverage.
Yeah, no, I definitely have it there, but I feel like if I try and use it against him, at least personally, I can't make the roll. So I need someone who can probably do either diplomacy or an intimidation really good.
I have very good intimidation.
I have a
And-
10 in intimidate and a 13 in diplomacy.
Okay.
And what is yours, Havoc?
16.
Okay, I'm going to show you the information. Be like, you make sure he understands that if he fucks us over, I will make sure that he is brought in.
Okay.
Yeah. So intimidate his ass.
So I'm gonna walk him up to him, tiny little piss rat Havoc. And
I may be
see-
12, but I know that you've got a record.
Womp womp womp.
I may be 12, but that's old enough to know that you got a record.
I know a bad person when I see one, and I know the cops.
What do I have? I think I have tokens.
I'm going to count this as your 34 that you rolled, because I did say you succeeded, but I didn't get to your part.
Oh, there we go.
So it'll count as success. I just need to hear what is being said.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't roll.
No, but we're using your roll previously because it never came into play yet.
Oh, but I was gonna do it. So I guess I'm just gonna tell a sob story.
And then also say, and also, I have your record. I know you're wanted. Just like my old nephew.
But that would be intimidate, right?
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
So no, I was
Either
doing
way,
bluff.
we're using the 34. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I'm going to.
Yeah,
We can go with intimidate, but you did have a success on the skill challenge. And going from the order I had it, I started with Gunner. Well, I started technically with Snow, and then went with Gunner, and finding them, and then I did Kalani and Jobron doing the talking. So that success that you have is going to get replaced right now with what you're. So you don't have to worry about the roll. I just need to know what is said.
Yeah, intimidate his ass.
I'm going to like summon a little mote of light in my hands and just toss it around casually and say, we're going to trust you on this, but please, before you give us this, please let us know if this is fake, because if you do, sorry, I'm bad at talking. Because if it turns out these are fake, my associates and I do have ways of finding you. And we do know you have a very nasty criminal record. And it'd be a shame to see you go behind bars.
Kind of.
And then some.
And he says, all right,
no fucking
you can all follow me. And he begins to look at his watch, and he says, it looks like the show is going to start in 41 minutes. And if you happen to look, there's a timer in the Discord that I click play on, and we are at 41 minutes.
Yeah, you posted in the Roll20.
Yep. So we're going to move forward, and everything is going to depend on you and the rest of the... If I did this correctly, you should be able to see up to a certain amount here.
Yeah.
All right. So dynamic lighting did work. Cool. All right. Let me do this. I'm not going to put his piece on the board, but he's going to navigate you out of the outside of the stadium and heading actually over towards the Sky Tower. Pathway he takes is a bit like a winding way to get to there. And when you get there, you have 40 minutes before the show is going to start. He takes you over to this area, and he stops right here, and he says, if you happen to go south from here, there will be the entrance with the two guards that one of them will leave to scan your ticket, and after the scan, you'll be free to go.
And this is all in the schematics that Snow took down earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's going to send the rest of the schematics of the area to the rest of the crew at this point. So they have a basic mini HUD map available.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move everyone down since there is 40 minutes. I'm going to let you guys decide what you would like to do. I'll just do it one person at a time. Or we do initiative, up to you.
Wait, initiative? We're fighting?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Okay. It's a battle of wits.
Okay. So yeah. You're not at the guards just yet, but at the entrance of the tower is the guards station. Two of them are stationed there. Upon the moment that you step up towards them, they're going to immediately say, look, no weapons are allowed into the wind tower. They will need to be held here at the entrance. Also, we need to see your passes.
We only have 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much did that cost us?
That was 11K, was it?
All right.
So my question is, who's the 2 that's going to go?
Probably.
The talkie-talkie people.
Yeah, us diplomacy people. So probably Havoc and me.
So the smallest people are going to try to get through the crowd?
Yep. I mean,
Yeah, you can go between
no
people's
crowd,
legs.
right?
Well, there are other individuals that have backseat passes that are here too, but the hallway that you see in front of you isn't crowded.
Okay.
Technically, Snow isn't
else.
here, but
Yeah, technically, but you are looking through the eyes of a toner, so you're there in spirit,
Yeah, I'll just put myself off the map.
which is a bit unfortunate.
Oh yeah, and I'm also big.
Right. Let me.
You're very big.
There it is.
You'd have to buy 2 tickets. Like when you go on an airplane, you're like, sorry, you have to buy 2 tickets. You have to buy the row.
All right. Since we're on a time
Armor isn't giant, but anyway, yeah, go ahead, Brennan.
since we're on a time restraint, is it Kalani and Havoc are going to be the individuals?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say realistically, I'm gonna say 10:20, around 10:20. I know it's gonna be playing a bit later than normal. I'm gonna put a cap where like something's gonna happen, so you know when you gotta achieve your goal by. The one guard says, "Yeah, I need your weapons. Yeah, you can't pass through here with your weapons. I need to hold them. Do you allow it?"
I hand him a small disc.
Kalani.
Uh, Basically, I'm gonna give him my pistols and my grenades, but I'm gonna try to bluff him to make it seem that my sword cane is just a regular cane.
Okay. Give
Not
me a bluff check.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can do this. Let's see.
And if me playing up to that late, if 2 people are going to miss it, I may actually pause it not too far from here then. Or at least do it close to 10. I'll take the time limit off, and that'll be the start of the next session.
Okay.
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 Oh, perfect!
Nice.
Damn.
Sorry, they have a 32.
Yeah, but is it good enough? That's the question.
No, but I'm not 20, so
Nat 20s don't mean anything in Starfinder.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
critical success on ability checks.
The guard that's in front of you says, it seems reasonable. I mean, they're stumbling without it, and
yeah, I mean, I really make it seem like I need the cane in order to move around some.
are we playing the grandma role for Havoc?
I mean, now that I'm getting in legit,
I'm really
Actually-
applying for lock-in, so I mean, yeah, I have my bionic on.
So
actually,
the guard that's directly in front of you says, "All right, well, I have your 2 tickets. Just wait here as I scan them. I will be right back." He's gonna make his way to the left.
I cross my fingers. Please don't fuck me. Please don't fuck me. Please don't fuck me. Please don't fuck me.
You better not. We'll be after his ass in no time. I know I would be. I'm like,
We all gonna die.
Excuse me, ma'am, but this ticket is invalid.
You gotta be shitting me.
I immediately grabbed the guy.
What?
You turn around, he's not there. He pointed you in the directions like, yeah, if you go south from here, you'll see the guards. All you have to do is give him a ticket, and he got his scrawny ass out of
All right. Well, this is a survival check to try and find the son of a bitch.
it.
All right.
That's gonna
Can
be
it shouldn't be able to be that difficult with
32.
three of us. With 3 of us being the lock-ins, we should be able to get them.
Maybe you guys just forgot to put your thumbprint on it.
So I'm gonna move the other pieces out of like their.
Oh, there's 2
And
people.
I'm like, invalid? How are they invalid?
And they look directly into your eyes and say, ma'am, did you print these? And they're gonna make a sense check.
Yeah, of course I did.
God.
They were printed at some point.
Exactly. I mean, they had to be printed. You see them
Look,
right
they're on paper. Of course they're printed.
Yeah.
What else could they be?
All right, so time for grandma. All right, so
Where's my blind daughter?
all right, I'm gonna move over here out of view, saying I gotta go take a piss.
Excuse me, I gotta go drain it.
I could just imagine Rick from Rick and Morty. I gotta go take a shit.
I gotta go take a shit.
I gotta go take a shit. And once I'm out of view, I'm gonna cast invisibility.
Okay. So
Did they
Kalani,
And I'm like,
said, man,
did I print correctly or what? You know, I don't see how they couldn't be valid. How this should. I'm like, this should be valid. I don't know why it's not valid.
this guard directly in front of you has a very straight. His feet. He has a straight posture. His arms crossed. He's looking directly at you. He says, "Ma'am, every show that we do, there's always someone that's trying to find their way backstage to meet the stars. You get this every time. This would go a lot easier if you just leave the premise."
And I'm gonna use this commotion to try to sneak past them while invisible.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to keep their focus on me.
Be the best Karen you can be.
Hey.
I'm like, what the fuck? I spent so much money on this to get a good ticket, and you're saying now it's not a good ticket? What the hell? I mean,
Real quick, I'm gonna lean over to Joe Braun.
What is it that's actually wrong with the ticket that's not making it valid? I mean, what's going on here? What are you guys trying to scam me?
Ow!
I'm gonna lean over. Quickly, I'm gonna lean over to Joe Braun. Hey, do you really want to be here?
Not really.
Do you want to fight?
Oh
my god!
That'd be the quickest way out of here.
Two fails.
Yo.
It's like,
Doing their job.
The guard that's in front of you, after hearing everything you had to say, says, "Look, I don't know how you got this ticket or whatever process you did to get this ticket, but this ticket is a fake. This will not get you backstage access, and now that I've seen who you are not allowed to come back here." As this is happening, Mads, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
And
This can either go really, really well or really, really bad.
God, I
Not
was
good on
just
really well.
Woo! Plus 13. Hey, mama, that's 32.
Darn, their modifier was a plus 30.
Hey, that's how many points I just scored in Words with Friends.
Aw. By the way, she cursed at you, Joe, earlier.
She hasn't played yet either, so I assume that she's done.
Yeah, she got mad. She went back to BR.
Yeah, I'm just, as I said, I'm like carrying on. It's like, fake, what the hell are you talking about? This is fake. I'm just carrying on, just trying to, help. I'm like trying to cause a little bit of a ruckus. Just a smidge.
As you are doing a ruckus, they pull out a not even a comm unit. I'll go walkie-talkie. They have walkie-talkies here. They pull out a walkie-talkie and it's like, all right, I need some assistance. I'm watching the front entrance. We got another person trying to sneak in. Havoc, with your
Yeah, call call your supervisor and we can discuss how this is not valid. Come on now.
Also, Joe, I meant us.
Oh.
Like you and
I
me.
bought this ticket fair and square.
This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, cause a little ruckus. Maybe they look away at the two drunk assholes who are fighting.
Brendan.
Ruckus.
I think she's making enough ruckus for like everybody in.
I'm seeing
That's
all
true.
of this.
But they're just gonna stand there and listen. If we fight, they have to do something about
I'm
it.
seeing all this from Toner, right? And I'm sure I'm getting audio snippets from everyone over the comm units, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
enough to piece.
I'm going to take a like one of the Starfinder official shuttles to there, and of course put on my my Starfinder equipment.
No more bikini gear.
No more bikini gear.
Yeah, I'm also bringing that up. It's like, look, I'm a Starfinder that came in from across, the Pact Worlds to see these guys, getting this valid ticket, and now you're saying it's not valid? What the hell is wrong with you people? And I am part of the Starfinder Society, just nobody else in the group knows about.
The guard that's directly in front of you, he's now like starting to have a bit of anger in his tone. He's like, "Look, we're not even from this planet. A Starfinder member. It doesn't matter. We're just here to finish this tour out. Look, I told you to step away before anything has to get hostile here. I will say it one more time. Please leave." Another guard begins to walk down the hallway. I'm going to actually play Havoc's part really, really quickly because that was a high roll. Let me.
What are they anyway? Are they human? Are they
a mixture of several different races?
Yeah. What's the race of the guy that I'm talking with?
You know what? I'm gonna roll D100 and consult my little table over here.
Yeah.
An elder god.
His buddy, who or what are they?
God, if it was an elder god, they must be really bored to do this job.
They got really, really bored. Like, you know what? I'll be immortal for a while, and then
It's
immediately regretted it.
Lashunta that's in front of.
Lashunta. Okay.
Yeah. And I'll even color code his piece. It's just I have something on the GM layer that I need to put off the GM layer. That'll be Lashunta, the green dot one.
All right.
So, Madison's stealth.
So yeah, I'm gonna basically.
Oh yeah, I got a 34. I got a 32.
Supervisor, we need to take care of this. This is bullshit.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm an upstanding, Starfinder Society member who, bought this ticket legally, and you're saying that it's not. I want to speak to who's in charge. We need to take care of this because, I spent quite a bit of money on these tickets.
I'm gonna spend 5 credits and get a beer, realizing, dear God, this isn't going to work. I'm gonna be in debt. And I just start drinking.
Just add to the tab.
I'll be right back.
Like, I gotta do something, and drinking it is.
I'll be right back. Take care of Havoc section real quick.
You try to get beer, but every place nearby, because this is a stadium, is like overly priced beer. Meanwhile, Havoc, give me a perception check to go with that.
Each beer is 134,000 credits.
Fucking Christ.
Hold on 1 second. Perception, you said?
Yeah, to go with the stealth check.
Oh god.
You
That's
got
a
this.
straight roll.
Come on, girl. You got this.
Okay, that's a straight roll. I have no bonuses.
So just a 14.
Not the best.
With a 14, you see the two guards that are flanked to the left and to the right of you. Still haven't noticed you. They're both enthralled in the conversation being held by Kalani. However, the pathway ahead of you, I'm going to move you forward one. The pathway ahead of you, the flooring that's in front of you is made of some cobblestone-like material on the ground compared to the actual ground that you've been walking on. You can hear footsteps approaching your direction. You don't see the person or where they are coming from, but you do see a small, I can't even think of the word. It's like a small opening in the wall. I feel like Joe. Crevice.
Alley? Alcove?
Alcove. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh.
You see it like a small alcove. And to be more particular, I want to move you up one more space so everyone sees what I'm talking about.
I don't even see anything. Still just a black square for me.
Yeah.
It's a black square still?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of.
It's never not been a black square.
Yeah, it's kind of jagged and weird there, but yeah, there's just a black square.
Might be. I thought I had this figured out. Okay. I can solve that. Can you see it now?
No, it's all black.
I gotta head out for tonight.
Is this it?
Fill me in the Discord.
Alright, see it.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Yep,
Night.
later. This is about as far as we could see, but I could see where there is like a little jut out section here.
I literally see nothing.
Did
like,
you fog of war that instead of dynamic?
I took Fog of War off completely.
Like I can
A black square, like with art, like with the drawing.
Yeah, it's like all black.
Did you
Does that
actually put the
help?
alcove in the DM layer? No.
Okay, well maybe it doesn't really matter right now, just so we can try and get to
Okay.
do this before Jen has to go.
Alright. So who sees a black screen? Let's
I
start.
do.
You see it? One.
Just a black square.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the jut out of black right here. And as far as Havoc could see over here.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Alright.
see.
I'm gonna take dynamic lighting off this map and I'll just hide two pieces.
The alcove is.
When I tested it, it worked with multiple pieces, but I guess I messed up something.
That's
I'm
fine.
guessing you just forgot to put a source openers.
Alright, it's all completely, so you'll see the whole map.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, now I see everything.
But it would have been cool to do it with the
Brandon, I'm assuming you misoutlined something around the alcove area, like when you went to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Point here.
Yeah, we see it now. Yeah, there's a little alcove right there.
Let me see. I think everything that I want on the GM layer is on the GM layer. So you just see just the map and the one guard that's here.
Yeah, there's a guard here too.
That's the one that's coming down the hallway. But with that low perception, they aren't seen.
Yeah. He's the one that was called
Yeah, that was this.
because of the ruckus.
So yeah, having you just notice any steps you take forward, you're just gonna have to be precautious. There's a chance that with this cobblestone like material on the ground, that it's easier to pick up sound coming from any and all hallways.
I mean, is it empty or is there or are there people in there?
People where?
People in like this general area.
So
Aside
you know that there are the two guards that are directly placed in front of you, and you know that they called for another guard, and out of character, the guard is heading directly towards you. He's heading towards the entrance.
No,
But
like
you're unsure where they came from.
no, like regular old people.
There's a couple other people that did get backstage passes, but you haven't come across any of them.
Okay. So I'm gonna just very quietly pop into the alcove and just press myself against the wall.
Ah, my favorite hiding alcove.
As you prep yourself against the wall, the person is walking down. You can hear them as they walk forward. But as you step in the alcove, you hear this other mechanical-like sound. And when you look up, I don't know if I can do it right now. I'm going to move your... When you look upwards, will it let me? Is it going to give me a hard time? A security camera is spotted right.
Oh, good. Thank God I'm invisible. Oh, thank God I'm invisible. Woo!
You notice that it has a magical lens.
Oh, son of a bitch. No.
You can see invisible things.
It's only meant to see invisible things. It doesn't work as a regular camera.
That's gotta be like an SCP or something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So the camera begins to kind of survey left, right, and you watch as this guard is walking past you, also not detecting you. That as the guard walks past, it stops his rotation of back, forth, and tracks the guard's movement as he passes you by to walk towards Kalani. And that is where I will actually end the session right now.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, we could possibly have one in, and I have a plan of maybe
Hello?
more.
I wasn't.
left if it
I
matters.
didn't get any of that. My Discord shit itself.
Basically,
Okay.
the camera stopped doing its back and forth as soon as the guard passed you and followed him toward where he was going, toward Kalani. So the camera is no longer moving back and forth. It's now focusing on that guard.
So now's the time to
Hey,
move.
so
So
I'm
basically,
gonna be very careful.
We're pretty much ending for tonight as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
you're
Give me
basically
my I'm gonna leave right in the alcove because we're gonna play it from there. Thus,
Okay.
I said there could be an initiative roll if you chose to, because
Yeah.
how fun would it be to have not dungeon backstage pass brawl out happen?
Oh, God.
Let's do this at this
I mean-
freaking concert.
Snow
Mosh
is making her
pit!
way there, and she's formulating a plan of how to potentially salvage this, or maybe even get more people in.
This man is my escort as I drink.
It's more along the lines of escort Kalani to the car that she just showed up in, try to work things over, maybe even look over the ticket herself, and try to get them to scan it a second time, like rub a bit of imaginary dirt off,
Here, let me fix it for you.
and then hack into the
Alcohol is the
computer.
ultimate antiseptic.
Hack into the computer and be like, yep.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
broke
trying to
you.
cause, and she's just trying to cause enough of a ruckus to let Havoc do her thing and give some time for she's hoping, Snow is on her way and whatnot, and I'm like, I would be PO'd if someone's saying that it's invalid when supposedly it is valid. So.
And I just wanted to fight Joe. I wanted to throw hands with the melee fighter as a ranged fighter.
Fun.
Annoying.
Come on, you big son of a bitch. You think you're better at me just because you're taller?
Away somehow. So
think you're better than me just because you're
No.
3 times my size.
So I gotta
Just
say,
because you're in a
it
big
would
screw-up.
be a very interesting throwdown if Jobron, Atoner, and Snow got into a brawl. Because with the power armor, it's like all of them are pretty evenly matched on strength.
Don't worry, what I like in strength, I make for in destructibility with a ship.
Ugh.
Because you guys can hit with this, I can hit with a car.
Look at that! I'm bringing a car.
Haha, I'm bigger than all 3 of you.